Hey everybody, and welcome to Ages Cozy Crochet Corner. I'm coming in with a quick tutorial because I'm sitting here working on the vibrant granny square sweater, and I'm making little versions for little people, and I'm putting hoods on them. And a couple people wanted to know, how do I put the hoods on the vibrant sweater? So I'm going to jump into where I'm putting the hoods on, and everything else you need for that video you can find at the vibrant granny square sweater. Okay, so this is just to add on to that, where you can put a hood on that. So I'm going to show you the sweater where it needs to be in order to jump right in. Now with the hood, you're going to make the hood blocks for the hood and whatever size hook you're using to make the rest of your sweater. So be it small, medium, and large, whatever size hook you use to make the rest of your sweater, you're going to need 12 pieces to jump in and make the hood. So I'm going to show you how to put it on. It's really, really simple. You're going to work up everything to the point which you'll see in this video. And then we're going to just jump right in and put it on. And you can go back to the other video to find out how to put the border and everything around it. But I wanted to bring it to you. I've been meant to bring it to you, but I'm here now and I have it for you. And I hope you all get it, and when we're done, I'll show you at least one of the finished pieces that I'm making. Okay? Okay, everybody. So we've come to the table, and I've been working on this tweeny, vibrant granny sweater. And I figured this is the perfect time, of course, to show you guys how to put on a hood, because I'm going to be putting a hood on this one. So as you see, the arms are already on. I already have my little pockets in. We've done all of that. Now the bottom border is going to go on before the border all the way around. So I already have my bottom border on, and I'm going to do my border around here just like this border. So I figure I'd use this little piece right here to show you guys how to put the hood on. So the hood is going to be going on this block, and this one. So we have the 3 blocks right here where our hood is going to work across, okay? So it's going to start here and go around here. And it's going to stop on this block, okay? So that's the gist of where it's going to go. So now let me show you what you need for the hood. So just because this is in addition to the vibrant video, I'm not showing you how to join any of the granny squares. I already have these joined. So I took 4 panels, 1, 2, 3, 4 of 3. Okay, so we have a 3 by 4 panel all together. And even though this is for the little people sizes, it doesn't matter. No matter what size you're doing, you're going to have 3 by 4. Okay, so you're going to need 12 additional blocks in order to make this. So, and this is how we're going to piece them together. 3 by 4. So once you have your 12 additional blocks and you've put them all together, then we're ready to bring our piece back in, and we're ready to put the hood on. Now we're going to be putting the hood on, like I said. Now we have, it's going to go the 4-way, okay? So the 3 is the height of the hood, and the 4 is the width of the hood. So if you notice, we have 4 blocks that we have to make fit into 1, 2, and 3 spaces, okay? And I will show you how to do that. So let's get a little closer up on this so we can do this. And I know I'm working with black, but you follow my voice, my instruction, and you'll be able to do it, because it's very, very simple. So we'll be able to follow it even if we, but I'll try to get close and is on it so you can see where we're going. Okay, so remember, we're working on this square right here, the one that's right in the center, and the one right here. So this is where we're going to be attaching our hood along this line right here. Okay, so we're going to go from this block all the way up and all the way around here. Now, just like everything else, we're going to be working on the wrong side, because if not, we're going to see our join on the opposite side. So I'm going to just take my hood, and I'm taking it by the 4-way mark. Is this what I want at the bottom? Okay, yeah. And I'm going to take my 3 blocks here, 1, 2, and 3, the same ones I showed you. And we're going to take and we're going to lay the 4 and the 3 together like this. I'm going to put this 4, and I'm going to go and the corner of this one, and I'm going to find the corner here, and I'm just going to put that right there. Now, if you hold it from here to where you want it to stop, and then pin it, and I'm not going to pin mine, but pin yours. You will see that it is quite possible, without any stretch or imagination, to put this on. So from here all the way to here. Oh, my little end came out. And this is what we're going to be doing. Let me turn it this way to make sure you can see that. Okay. So we're going from here to here. And that's it. We're just going to join this. Now you can join it with your yarn needle, tapestry needle. You can join it with that. But I'm going to teach you how to do it with the hook. Now, the only thing I want to mention is when we join our granny squares, we're joining a matching piece to a matching piece. So it's very simple. You're just going down matching one side with the other. But when we put the hood on, we're not going to be going matching piece versus matching piece, because there is no, because we have 4 blocks on 3. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we're just catching every stitch. And by every stitch, I mean every corner. You normally work in a corner, so you want to make sure you go through every corner of every block and get this on, okay? And like right here, I'm going to move this away. Right here, this is where the joint is for the shoulder, from this front piece to this back piece. So it's a piece that looks kind of like that. And if you have your work in front of you, then you'll notice it too. And this is the corner from this block, okay? You want to make sure you go into that section as well. Do not leave any stitch along here or along your hood undone. So we want to come in with the same color that we've been working with, whatever color you have on your outer outskirts of your blocks. And we want to add our yarn. And again, we're starting from the corner of that top block on your shoulder that I showed you, and we're going in the corner of the first one from the hood. Now we're going to add our yarn on here. And I'm going to go right back in this space and make a single crochet the same way we have been joining. So once we do that, we want to go on the first stitch on this block in the front, and you want to go into the first stitch and the back. And that first stitch should match, but as you go further down, you're going to see that it does not match, and you may have to go into the same hole twice to keep it even. And I'll show you when I get to a point like that. So we're just going all the way down, go all the way down, matching. When not matching, I take that back. So I'm here. I'm in this stitch. I already went into this stitch. I just came out of it. I'm going to go right back into it again, and I'm going to use it for the next stitch on the back. So I'm double dipping in the front to make sure I line everything up in the back. All right. Now I'm in the corner in the front, so I'm going to go through my corner here and whatever stitch is right behind that. Now I'm going to go into my corner yet again, and I'm going to go into the next stitch right behind. So that's twice that I've gone into the same stitch in the front to make sure I get the back. Because again, this is not going to be, it's not going to be an even placement. So now I'm going into my next corner in the front, and I'm going into my corner in the back. And I'm going to go back into that corner again and go into the next stitch for the back. Now I'm in the front, I'm to this corner. I'm going to go in that corner and go into the next stitch from the back. Now I'm going to use that corner again, and I'm going to go in that corner and go into the next stitch from the back. And I'll move on to a new stitch in the front, and in the back I moved on to a new stitch. And keep going down like that for a little ways. But you will have to reuse your holes in the front or here, because I don't have pins. I mean, it doesn't make it slippery. It's not slippery, so I'm fine just holding on to mine. To make sure I have an even stretch. Now I'm going through the same hole again in the front to go through the next one in the back. And you'll know when you need to do that, because if you have it lined up, like this, and as it's flush against each other, you'll know if you need to go through that same stitch again. So I'm going through the same stitch again and going in the back. And moving on. And moving on. Now I'm at this corner on the middle block in the front, and I'm going to go back into that corner again and grab my next stitch in the back. And I'm going to slide over and go through the next corner here and go through the next stitch in the back. But I'm going to use yet again that same corner and go back into that corner and go through my next stitch in the back. And now I'm going to the next stitch in the front and the next stitch in the back. Now I do believe this is my end right here. And for the last time, I'm going back into the same corner I just worked in, and I'm going to grab a stitch from behind. And I'm moving on in the front and going into the next stitch in the back. Now I just have this much more to go. I'm going to go through the same stitch in the front and a new stitch in the back again. And my yarn is getting caught. Now I'm going to place my finger through the last stitch in the corner here and place it here through the last stitch there. And keep going down. And I'm going to use this stitch again and go back in it and go in the one from behind. And now that I'm almost to my end, I'm going through this stitch and this one in the back and my last stitch in the front before I get to my corner, and it matches with the last stitch before the corner in the back. And now I'm going through the corner in the front and the corner in the back. Now we just want to cut our yarn so we can weave this in. And I'm just going to pull through to end that. Now let's look at what we have. We have added it on from, and let's look at it on the other side, on the right side. We have our hood now attached. Okay, now that we have it on our right side, we're going to leave it there. That's my yarn. We're going to leave it there. And this is the top. Now I just want you to take it and fold it in half. Okay, so you'll have two on this side and two on this side once we fold it in half. Okay, so remember, this is the right side of the piece, and you're going to fold it in half on the right side of the piece, because now we have to close this off. So we're going to start in the corner here and in the corner here. So I want to start on the ends. I don't want to start from the fold part. And we're going to go through, add our yarn, go back into the corner and make a single crochet. And then we're just going to go down this joining just as we've been joining for our whole piece, aside from putting on the hood, because now we can match up our granny squares perfectly. So wherever you are in the front is where you should be as well in the back. And we're just going to go all the way down, matching our front and back. corner. I'm going to jump over the join area and go into the next corner. And keep going down. Okay, and now I'm at my corner here, and that corner is going to end it off. So I'm going to cut my yarn so I can weave this in later. And I'm going to pull it through. Move that black out the way. And now we have our hood on. So once you've done that, just flip your hood onto the right side. Push that through. And there we have a hood. And that should be how your hood looks. Now remember, we're going to put a border around this. So this hood amount is good because, like I said, we putting a nice size border on the outside of this. So we want to make sure that that border has enough space to grow our hood without our hood being super oversized. Okay. So the rest of our hood will be made up in the border. And now, when we are putting on a border, you're going to do that just like the Vibrant Granny sweater video tells you to do. Just remember, when you come up on the hood, make sure you go into this corner and you're just making granny stitches in every space, just as you are here. So the same thing you're doing here is the video, that video tells you to do. You're going to do that all the way around the hood. Okay, so remember, that video is just going to tell you to go around the neckline. But if you put a hood in it and you watch this video and you say, I want the hood. So when you go back to that video, you're just going to go from the bottom of your piece all the way up and around the hood now and come back down and work that back and forth as the video told you to. So I want to actually show you another small one that I'm working on, a little kitty size one that I'm working on, and I've already put that border on, so I want to show you how that border looks. Okay, crochet fam, so this is another one that I'm working on. It's bigger than the one you just saw, and you see I've already done the bottom, the border, and the border around here. You see these arms. Oh, this thing is so vibrant. This thing is so cute. I love this thing so much. But this is the hood. So this is when the hood stops, and as you see, I have 9 rows on here, and I'm actually going to put a slight row of black around the bottom, around the wrist, and around here. So this is 9 rows now as we speak. Again, like I said, I'm going to put a small little border on there, and the hood comes out nice. Look at that. So I wanted to show you all how the hood would look with the border on it. It's just so vibrant and so beautiful. That's what my daughter said. She said it's beautiful, mommy. So yeah, you guys, I'm gonna put the added touches on this one, and I am going to go back to working and finishing the one I just showed you how to put the hood onto, and I'll show these off to you when they're done, just so you can see them. I was going to show you guys this one anyway, but I'm going to show you how it looks completed and on with the hood. Most of you who've already asked for the hood, you know how it looks with the hood on. Now, when you're going around your outer border, remember you're putting as much on it as you would like and how you would like it to fit. On the Vibrant video, I've told you how much I went around it. For this one, though, I've gone around it a little bit more because I am choosing to put buttons on it. Now, I'm going to use these already granny spaces. I didn't create buttonholes because I'm going to use these little created granny holes as my buttonholes. And I will be putting little buttons on one of the sides, so if I wanted to wear it closed, and I still have to make my little pocket, well, put my little pockets in here. So this is how the hood turns out. Love it. I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna get to working, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it comes out.